Today I have a little bit of something else, and today I wanted to talk about the state of Xbox as a kind of discussion video. Recently Redfall has just released and it's not looking very good at the moment. The general reception towards Redfall has been very bad. And today I wanted to talk about the future of Xbox because I do believe they really need to win over the fans, and they haven't been really doing that the past couple of months. Let's talk about that. So Redfall just released, and I was never very hyped to begin with for this game. I said that in previous videos when I talked about the 30 FPS drama, and the game released now with far more problems than just 30 FPS. The game is basically, first of all, unplayable on PC, and there are so many bugs, and the game is just uninspired in its game design. Many reviews point out the bad shooting mechanics, the cookie cutter story with just very lazy cinematics, and just an overall lack of direction for the game, an empty open world, etc, etc. Some people are calling it the next Fallout 76, which I can agree with so far of what I have seen of the game. I've not played it myself, but when there are so many opinions that are basically the same out there, I can trust this general opinion online. Let's take a look at the Metacritics now for this game. And currently on PC, it's sitting at 58. Metacritic score with 31 reviews and a user score of 1.9. And the Xbox version is just a little bit better with 62. And the OpenCritic score is also 62 with just 21% recommendation of critics. That is not good at all. That scores very low. In comparison, you can compare it to something like maybe Forspoken or maybe Fallout 76 or Anthem. In that range. Just not a good game. And a lot of people at the moment are speculating how this was able to become the game like this. How did Arkane drop the ball? Did they need more time? My own opinion is I think this game was supposed to be a live service game at first, and I think they saw how live services games were failing, and Arkane just quickly realized we need to take out as many live service elements as possible, and now the game is basically kind of a stitched together single player title game with co-op elements. It's not fully multiplayer, it is a single player focused game like Far Cry is with co-op, but it was never, I think, intended to be designed as a single player game, and that's why it flopped a lot. Now, there are rumors going around that Jeff Grubb also said that there was never any belief from Microsoft in Redfall. Jess Corden made an article and he said on Twitter some thoughts on investigations on Redfall plus Microsoft. Rumors that Microsoft denied Redfall a delay are just lies. Microsoft and ZeniMax are still operating with limited integration. And basically, though, he starts off his article. So, of course, Microsoft would have probably gave it another delay if it was necessary. But then he goes on to say Xbox wasn't involved with Redfall, but it's still blamed for its quality. And I disagree with that opinion. At the end of the day, Xbox owns Bethesda. Even though they can run separately and individually, that does not mean they are not involved with the development of the game. They go there to see if the project is running, and if the project is not good quality wise, they will do something about that. They aren't going just to sit back and be like, yeah, sure, release it this way, it's your game, even though our name is attached to it, you know. I think this is fanboyish thoughts he's spreading out right now. Microsoft isn't just going to be like, yeah, not our game, you know, even though our branding is on it, stuff like that. You can release it this way. that they have a reputation to uphold, and they definitely pushed this game out even though it was not ready. And to be honest, I don't think this game would have been ready with another patch or another delay. The core fundamental designs of the game are just not good. And I think Microsoft knew that, and they pushed it out anyways, because marketing probably costs. There will be some reason for it that they had to push it out. But I just do not believe the narrative of, yeah, Xbox doesn't have anything to do with it. Bethesda is like on their own. And if he's going to make an article when Starfield is a good game, for instance, and then he's going to say like, yeah, it's because of Xbox's involvement. Like, I want to see the same energy then when Starfield releases, that they didn't have to do anything with it. Of course, Xbox has to do anything with it. Bethesda Game Studios, even though Redfall is a game that was in development before the purchase, before the acquisition, it is a Xbox Studios. Bethesda Games and Game Studios and the rest of Bethesda, ZeniMax as well, are now Xbox Game Studios games. They need to see if the development of these games is going smoothly. There are some people online that are already saying Phil Spencer should step down because of this drama and mismanagement at Xbox. Jeff Grubb also talked about that there might be mismanagement at Xbox, and I think some stuff of that might be true now, that we see indeed mismanagement at Xbox. How is it that a lot of games still keep missing the platform? A lot of JRPGs are not coming to Xbox, and I don't think Xbox is really doing right enough to get games on their platform. This is an opinion, for instance, from Michael Legacy Killer HD, YouTuber on Twitter. If Redfall is as bad as it looks to be and Starfield later this year ends up being a mess, I think it's time for Phil Spencer to step down. Maybe that's a hot take, but Xbox seriously needs to get their act together with their first party games. Now, I agree half with his statement. They need to get their shit together with first party games. I've been saying this for years now. But to say that Phil Spencer has to resign, we shouldn't forget that Phil Spencer literally saved Xbox from the brink of death with Xbox One generation. And I think that's worth something. And I will always take Phil Spencer over the current management, like Jim Ryan at PlayStation. He is very corporate. Doesn't mean corporate is bad for a console platform, but I would like to have more a gamer at the head of a gamer company. Of course, these companies are big. Multiple people are in charge, and they have their investors that they have to please. So it's not that easy. It's not that black and white, of course, at the end of the day. I mean, Todd Howard is here behind me. He is not the only head of Bethesda Game Studios, you know. Multiple people are in charge of Starfield, not just Todd Howard, even though he is basically the public figure. There are more people coming with these decisions. You know, Arkane should just go back to Dishonored, go make Dishonored 3, then I am probably hyped again for a new Arkane game. This goes back just to my sentiment of I've always been saying Xbox needs AAA exclusives. And you know, Grounded was good, and Hi-Fi Rush was very good, but these are AA games. They are not AAA games. When I look to the competition, I see PlayStation walking around with quality AAA exclusive games. Just like Nintendo, quality AAA exclusive games. And I have a feeling when Starfield will fail, I don't expect that for now, but if Starfield fails, a lot of people will flock away from the Xbox platform. That will happen. People will go buy more PlayStations. We see how in demand the PlayStation 5 is already. PlayStation will take a win, and Nintendo will even, in some sort of way, will take a win. And I don't want that. Well, I want every platform to succeed, but I also want Xbox to succeed. And in order for them to do that, to be competition, to have competition, Xbox Game Pass is great and all, there needs to be great exclusives. Triple A exclusives, not double A, not indie. They can be there, right? Indies are fine, double A's are fine. But once in a while, we need a main course. The triple A exclusives. And so far, Xbox has not yet delivered. Halo Infinite was okay in my opinion. I thought it was actually quite good. But it's a live service game, and on a longer term it failed. Forza is just not for everyone. It's a racing game. Luckily those games are great. And then there's Gears, but it's always Halo, Forza, Gears. And Xbox needs to break that cycle in my opinion. We need games like Starfield. We need games like Avowed, like Hellblade 2, to give an actual competition to PlayStation with new IPs as well. And that's why I'm going to say that Xbox needs a good showcase. Trust has been lost already in the Xbox community. I have a Xbox Series X and I'm almost not using it because AAA exclusives? Where? I've used it for Hi-Fi Rush. Great game. That was cool. But that's it. And that cannot be it, in my opinion. Game Pass is important for Microsoft and Xbox because that is the biggest revenue source, but does the hardcore gamer care about that? The hardcore gamer, like me, at the end of the day, cares about video games. Good video games. And exclusive games can bring that. That's like all that I wanted to say for this video. The whole Redfall situation is bad, and I didn't actually expect it would be this bad. I was more thinking of like a high 70s type of game, but to feel it like this, I wasn't expecting that, to be honest. I'm kind of afraid for Starfield. I'm not gonna lie. I want Starfield to be good. And maybe Starfield even needs to be great to win back consumers, win back fans. Let me know in the comment section down below, what do you think of this whole mess? Do you guys think Xbox doesn't have anything to do with Redfall's development? Or are you on my side that they should quality check this type of stuff? Let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you guys for watching as always. I know this wasn't really a news video, but the news has been kind of dry so far. It should pick up soon now. So I hope to see you in the next video on Get Rekt. Thank you guys for watching. As always, like this video, that would be great. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more gaming news, opinions, leaks, rumors. And of course, visit my social media in the description down below. And I'll see you guys in the next Get Rekt gaming news video. Hopefully a more positive one. Bye bye.